Thank you so much for joining me today for Yarn Bite with Cha-Cha Knitting and Knots. And I'm Nora, and today I'm going to show you this beautiful bolero that I made for my daughter. She's a musician. She enjoys going to concerts, so it's something pretty for chilly auditoriums. You notice a little bit of gold, that's lurex, a little bit of polyester shine there. We have a ruffled band, and fuzzy and warm and cozy, just the way you would expect Angora to be. I used a really nice pattern. It's a free pattern. It's Princess Shrug. It was inspired by Princess Kate's Shrug. And this is offered by Lion Brand. It's also on Ravelry, so it's free. It has 7 pages of instructions. Also has diagrams with measurements. So if you ever wonder if you're doing something right or you're feeling a little not so confident, you can always check your measurements against the pattern, and that way you'll know you're doing well. It was intended for Lion Brand Fun Fur and Vanna's Glamour at the little sparkly part, but I went ahead and I used Angora, French Angora yarn. I wanted to give her a piece that she could keep for years and years and enjoy. And excuse me, kind of tickly there. Belangor brand. It is from France. It has a little bunny on the label. It has care instructions, hand wash, or send to a furrier, so that's nice. The colorway is champagne, and it's a bulky weight, 4 stitches per inch. So it was very nice to work with. The instructions were very plain, very clear. I really enjoyed making this. It's in 3 pieces: the front, the left front, the right front, and then the back. So you have 3 small pieces, and then of course you have the 2 sleeves, which are set in and stitched. But it was very easy. It was really enjoyable to make. Let me tell you a little bit more about this yarn, this French yarn. It's humanely harvested twice a year when the rabbits naturally molt. So they're not shaved, it isn't yanked out, it's combed out. And the reason I made this, or one of the reasons, I had made my daughter a bridal shrug, and I was very disappointed in the results. She did wear it, she did look pretty. I made it out of mohair, and it was also kind of this color, a natural color. And I used a Simplicity Royal Shrug, and this was also a free pattern. Simplicity Royal Shrug. I did download it from Ravelry. It lacked definitions, descriptions of the techniques used. It would tell you, for instance, decrease. It didn't tell you which decrease. So I ended up making 10 pages of notes, and diagrams. So it was a lot of work. There was a lot of frustration. I would knit, and I would purl, and I would rip out a lot. So also where it says shape neck, they really meant shape shoulder. So if you're not a real confident sweater maker, you're going to run into some snags, which I did. Somebody who has been knitting for years wouldn't have had a problem at all. But I didn't feel satisfied that I had made a nice bolero. That's why I ended up doing the Lion Brand. Ice yarns are made in Turkey, super inexpensive, super cheap. Sometimes the postage costs more than the yarn itself. Check it out, iceyarns.com. See what kind of things you can find in there. I did buy, if you can see how pretty that is, that's the Angora wool blend, acrylic, etc. blend. Very inexpensive. I shared it with friends because I ended up buying, I think, 12 for a crazy, ridiculous, cheap price. So thank you so much for joining me. until I see you again, happy knitting.